Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. In the city of Placentia, they're building bridges and moving trains, trying to make getting around a little easier for you. All the while, they try to grapple with some budget problems. With us now is the mayor of Placentia, Scott Nelson. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, you have made some progress already on the bridges, building the bridges to move those trains through town so we don't have to sit there at the light going, when is this going to go past? Tell us about that.
We have made some great progress. This is a project in conjunction with OCTA. We have about 75 trains a day that come through the Orange Thorpe corridor going down to Long Beach. This is projected to double by 2030. So this was a project that was very much needed. It's 5 bridges or underpasses or overpasses in the city of Placentia and 2 in Fullerton. It's approximately $700 million. You won't have to sit at a train for 15 minutes anymore.
So it's starting to move, 2 more to go. Metrolink station, this is a needed stop between Placentia, Fullerton area.
Yes, and it's a very exciting project for us. This is going to serve 2 purposes. First of all, for OCTA, it will provide probably the last link that they need for a Metrolink station in Orange County, but also it's going to be the opportunity for us to kind of resurrect our economy down there.
Mm-hmm. And when you abandon your car, you have to have a place to park it, and that's it.
Hopefully people will just be getting on the train
in hopes
there.
of the train, not just abandoning the car. So you have a parking structure in the future there too.
Along with the Metrolink station, we do have a parking structure that's being planned, 246 spaces, and that will service both the downtown area and the Metrolink station.
And as people drive around town, they're seeing that some of those potholes are being filled.
We did a major street repair project this year. This is a very forward-thinking project by our city staff by doing 50% of our streets now. This is at a time in down construction. When we did get a little bit better price, we're probably going to save about $10 million over the next 10 years. And
right now you're working on an economic development committee to hopefully keep things on balance financially in the city. We are. Actually,
this is a project that I had put together being self-employed. And we put together a number of civic and business leaders throughout the city to determine what we could do to make business in the city a little bit better. Historically, we are a bedroom community, so we don't have a lot of that. So I would rather create revenue to pay for my services than raise taxes on people.
So you don't have a lot of revenue from from sales tax. And in the register, you pick up the Orange County Register, people see that, and you see that Placentia is the closest to bankruptcy of any city. Nice claim to fame. You have very little cash reserves. If there were an emergency, you don't have a lot of padding there, wiggle room. So how do you see yourself doing, and what are you doing to
Well, and again, there are a number of things that we are working on, but I think, Leslie, if you recognize that in 2008 we were about $6 to $8 million in the hole. Our cash reserves, and I'm not going to argue with the register, that's not going to be my job, but we sit at about $1.5 million in cash reserves right now. But our other funds are also properly funded. So in the case of our general fund, it actually is very healthy. The liquid cash that we have right now, it is low, but it certainly is a lot better in relationship to where we were in 2008.
But the register does fairly make the argument that it's not about not having any assets, about having assets when you need to have them. You can go bankrupt and have stuff. You just need to be able to pay your bills right now.
Correct, and I think that were the register to do a little bit more in-depth reporting, they would find that in our funds we can properly fund our general fund. And that's one of the advantages. Many cities are obligated to float bonds while they're waiting for their transportation tax, their property tax, their sales tax. We don't have to do that. We can actually take it from our other funds. Then when we are reimbursed by the county or the state, we can actually put it back in our other funds. So we are actually a little healthier than the register indicated, but that makes for good news.
And I always like to hear your side of it. Thanks so much
for being
here, and thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Leyton.